What's up, guys? I know it's been quite a while since I posted a video, but I'm here again, back with another one, and I had to come back for this one, talking about Kyle Larson, especially since he clinched a spot in a Championship 4 after his win at the Auto Trader Echo Park Automotive 500 at Texas Motor Speedway on Sunday last week.
Larson?
He dominated by leading 256 of the 334 laps and holding off the field on 7 different restarts in just the final 125 laps. Larson won the race by .459 seconds over teammate William Byron, which was his 8th of the year, which leads all Cup drivers. This is also a career high for Larson and the 14th of his career. However, the big deal is that he made the Championship 4 for the first time in his career also, and will Raceway Championship at Phoenix Raceway on November 7th. Here's Larson's thoughts on the race and more. "This is unreal," a smiling Larson said. "I know we had a good shot to win today. Our car was amazing. Probably the best 550 horsepower package intermediate car we've had all year. This is so cool. And we get to race for a championship in a couple weeks. This is crazy." With a 2-lap shootout to settle the race, the end of the race was dramatic up front. For much of the day, it was a disaster. A 12-car incident on lap 32 eliminated 9 cars early in the race. Playoff drivers Joey Logano, Denny Hamlin, and Martin Truex Jr. all had late race problems that affected the championship standings, with only 2 races left to figure out who would join Larson in Phoenix. Logano's 22 Team Penske Ford was out of the race after rare engine problems, and both Hamlin and Truex were involved in accidents. Logano finished 30th, which was the worst of the 8 playoff drivers. Hamlin's 11 Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota kept going despite getting damaged in 2 separate incidents, and still finished 11th. Truex's 19 Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota didn't finish the race after a hard hit in turn 4 with Daniel Suarez. Truex finished 25th. All of those incidents were part of a ton of caution periods that happened in the final third of the race. There were a total of 11 on the day, and also an 11-minute red flag. No matter what happened, Larson still found a way to hold on for the win. "I just got good pushes from behind me, really," said Larson, who also got a series best 16th stage win. "I tried to stay patient on the throttle to keep them to my back bumper, and thankfully I was able to just barely clear them every time going into turn 1 and not have to fight off turn 2. So thanks to William Byron, Tyler Reddick, and Brad Keselowski, anybody who was behind me, especially Brad on that final last restart. The best finish of the Joe Gibbs Racing drivers was Christopher Bell, who was no longer playoff eligible, being 3rd, and behind him was Team Penske's Keselowski and Kevin Harvick of Stewart-Haas Racing. The rest of the top 10 was Penske driver Ryan Blaney, Chase Elliott of Hendrick Motorsports, JGR's Kyle Busch, Richard Childress Racing's Tyler Reddick, and Trackhouse Racing's Suarez. Here's Byron's thoughts on his performance and more. "It's all about the push, and I think here at Texas, the shortest lane kind of wins out because of the way the track separates going to turn 1. The Exalta Chevrolet was fast all day, just never got control of the restarts," Byron said. "I think Larson was definitely better than us the first stage, and I was right there with him the rest of the time. But it was just clean air, basically. Congrats to those guys. Kyle really deserves it. They've been awesome all year. Flawless on pit road and on pit calls. Despite all that happened in the race, the Cup Series playoff picture remains mostly the same with some moves. Larson's win automatically puts him into a Championship 4. Blaney is 2nd, followed by Hamlin and Kyle Busch, who won Stage 1 after an early pit road speeding penalty, among the top 4 positions. Defending series champion Elliott is 5th, 8 points behind Busch. Keselowski is 6th, minus 15, followed by Truex, minus 22, and Logano, minus 43. Here's what Logano had to say about his performance. Also, "Just a bummer. What do you do? This is the first time we've blown a motor in a really long time," Logano said from the garage after retiring early. "We have to move on," the 2018 Series champion added. "It is what it is now. We can't change it. Not many points today, so that is a bummer. We will be fighting from here." Not the best race, even though I wasn't able to watch it since I was out. But the thing is, though, at work. But the thing is, Larson just dominated the race there at the end. I was able to watch the end of it. And he just pulled away on every restart, no matter what, caution, everything. Even Jeff Bird on the NBC broadcast said Larson cannot he couldn't believe how lucky Larson is, but every time to keep away on the restart, and he had to keep going and going in order for him to keep the lead, and he was able to do it. And what a way for him to advance to the championship four. What a year it's been for Larson. I did a video on his first win, which I called the redemption story, which is, I'll leave the link to that below. And that was his first win of the season, his first win with Texas Motor Sports. And after all that he had went through the previous year, and now look at him, 8 wins, all these stage wins, ton of top 5s, ton of top 10s, and what was essentially the 48 last year, especially since it was the same crew, especially with crew chief Cliff Daniels. And Larson's been able to get the most out of that car to be in a championship for well-deserved, to be able to be in there no matter what happens at Phoenix. He's had a great year, and he deserves all the success he's had. And the fact is, he was able to be the driver that didn't have to worry about the stupid system that he got screwed like Kevin Harvick did last year. And Harvick was forced to have to do that move on Kyle Busch at Martinsville Speedway in order to come back and try to win and get to the championship four at Phoenix. Despite winning 9 races, it tells you how the joke of this knockout playoff system can be. Fortunately, Larson was able to not make that a joke, and he actually made it well-deserved there. And Hamlin has to be able to do it as well. I met Brock Beard mentioned out his video. I watched his live stream after the race as well to make it worth the years he's had, because he mentioned that if it was on the old system, they would be tied at points right now, in a huge gap on third place, the two of them. And it tells you what kind of year they had, both of them. Hamlin didn't win till the playoffs, but Larson's been winning all year, winning on all different kinds of tracks, road courses, super intermediates, short tracks, no matter if it's the 550 or 750 packages. He's been able to find a way to win on every different kind of configuration, pretty much. Who would have thought, he'd become a road course driver, too? So he's been proving that he's legit. Obviously, him being in the championship four. So it's going to be interesting to see how he does in that race, especially. You know that he's going to be on the pole, most likely. He should probably be on the pole this weekend at Kansas Speedway, too, I would think. Definitely should be. If he isn't, he probably will be. So definitely see if he can keep the momentum going this weekend at Kansas Speedway, and then after that is Martinsville. See if he can build some more momentum going into Phoenix as well. Not that he needs it, but it doesn't hurt. So you'll definitely try to get the best equipment. You try to get ready and study and go in the simulator and everything like that to be able to get to that race as well in Phoenix in a couple weeks. So it's going to be interesting to see how that turns out, no matter what happens, and it's going to be incredible to see, because he's deserved all the success he's had after what he went through before joining Texas Motor Sports. So congratulations to him on making the championship four. Let's see who else could join him. It's going to be interesting to see who would do it. I would expect probably Hamlin would join. Elliott probably has a shot as well. I mean, he won Martinsville last year, so we'll see what happens there. And you never know, Kyle Busch could do it too. He's Kyle Busch, so Truex definitely could too. He won in Martinsville as well. So Kansas, he's always been good on the mile and a half. So let's see what happens, but don't cut out any of those guys either to try to join Larson in Championship 4. So we'll see what happens there. So it's going to be interesting for sure. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like, and if you are brand new, subscribe. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.